What's up, guys? This is Marco from Emerald Sky, and I'm here to talk to you about 3 tips of how to work from home effectively. So, now with this coronavirus situation, a lot of people have been having to work from home. And of course, it's something that it takes a lot of adjustment and you have to train yourself, but it is not impossible. And of course, you've already maybe been doing it for a little while. For me, it's something that I've already been doing for quite a long time because of this company, Emerald Sky. It's allowed me to work from thankfully from anywhere that I would like. I can travel. I can be at a cafe. I can be at home, and thankfully. I've learned many different things that have helped me to more effectively do it. I started working at many companies before with different types of for IT, for marketing, for programming. But eventually, with the help of God, of course, I launched this little project that I had, and little by little, I started getting customers and more customers, and eventually, I was able to start working from home to start everything out, which is where Emerald Sky started to come out from. Eventually, I worked my way to just gain more and more customers, start building an online team, and now we have a location here in the West Palm Beach area, starting to work in different parts of the country, and now even in Paris, France. So this all happened from working from home. So it is a very valuable thing to be able to work from anywhere that you'd like. So even though this is something that you could say is a hindrance, or you're trapped, or you can't go out, can't can't go to the office, maybe can't talk to as many people as you would normally, it actually can be a great asset. And I'll tell you why. It is simply because you are your own boss, in a sense. You might have, you might be working for another company, but in a sense, you are your own boss. And if you make every part of this process something that is very, ordered, organized, and you have goals, and you make it as effective as possible, you can actually get a lot of stuff done. That'll make you feel very great, and many things will come into place. Many goals that maybe weren't happening before, so it's quite a fun thing to do, a fun time. Tip number 1: make a list of the most important tasks of the day. This is the most important part, actually. I would say, is because it has happened a lot of the times for me where you want to just go at it and just get everything done at the same time, maybe 1,000 projects, make them finish them all in one day, and it's impossible. In fact, you might even have the drive to work a lot that day, but if you don't have goals, if you don't have the most important goals in a list, maybe, I don't know, you may put it in Google Drive, to-do list, or your iPhone may remind you, or etc., many things on a notebook. Your mind will scatter everywhere, and you'll find that you get very little done, even though you spend so much time, because your mind will go zigzag, go like crazy everywhere, which is not what we want, because then we can't get anything done. Or at least you'll get stuff done, but they won't be important. So if you make a list at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, I like to do it at the end of the day, but if you make a list, then the next day you know exactly what you need to get done, and you get those done, as fast as you can, and then you can work on anything else that maybe is not as time sensitive, etc. But if you do this, then you get a lot of goals done. Tip number 2: find a comfortable and quiet place to work. This is I don't know how long it took me to understand this, but if you even if you think that it's not as important, even you might say, oh well, I can have the TV on my right, and I can glance real quick and whatever, or I don't know, maybe have my family doing this and that over there, or making food, and it's impossible to work that way. Why? Because your family will constantly ask you for help and things that they need. So they'll be like, "Oh, can you help me open this? Can you And it may seem that it's something that's not nice to do, but if you're working, you're working. So if you have someone asking you all the time to do stuff, it's not gonna help you work. And also, if you're watching TV, I've tried it a million times, but if you have TV on your right or on your left and you're listening to the dialogue, it doesn't matter how much you try. You're gonna get into the movie or the show, and you're gonna start paying attention to it, and you're gonna keep looking back, and it's not gonna help you concentrate. So a task that might have taken you less than 30 minutes, it ends up being 3 hours or more. So if you find a good place where nobody bothers you, where you don't have any distractions, and maybe you can put music. Music is very good. I like that. Then it'll help you get a lot of stuff done, and then you can focus on the other stuff. Then you can enjoy a nice movie with your family, and you can be like, okay, what's up? Now I can help you. I've got all the time in the world for you. So very important to find a place that's quiet and comfortable for you to do your work. Tip number 3, work only during regular work hours. And this is something that I also had to work to figure out the right way to do this, because I would work and then I would realize, wow, I just worked from 8 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. and I didn't even finish. I didn't get what I mean. There's still stuff to do. So then I would say, well, then what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to work the entire day, every single day? No, that doesn't work. That's not how you're supposed to live. That's why an office closes at 5, because then people would go crazy if you're working every day at all times. So of course it's not live to work, but work so you can live. Anyways, so you need to set up a schedule. You need to say, I'm gonna work from 8 a.m. and then stop at 5, maybe 6, whatever. But stop, definitely stop, because then you can do whatever you need as a regular person. You can spend time with family. You can play games. You can watch your favorite show. You can exercise. You have time for yourself, because working at home gives you the idea that there's no time limit. So if you don't watch yourself, you're gonna end up working all the way to 12 a.m. and there's nothing that'll tell your body, you should stop, because we want to work and we want to get stuff done, and we want to do as many tasks as possible so that we can get them off our back. But the work, the truth of the matter is, work will never stop. Tasks will never stop. Projects will continue. Goals will continue to come. So you need to have time for yourself from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and that's it. Then I try not to answer phones from customers that much, unless it's an emergency, or I'll try to text. But of course, if they really need you, then of course be there for them. But I mean, don't try to wind down the day is what I'm talking about. Try to not be on your computer, not be on your laptop, not be on your cell phone as much as you can after, so you can spend time with who really matters, which is your family and your friends and your loved ones, even your pet. So there you go. Thank you for staying and listening to these 3 tips on how to help you to work more effectively from home. I hope that these 3 tips really helped you. It took me a while to figure them out, so I hope that I made it much more easier for you. And I'm looking forward to giving you more tips and trying to help as much as I can. So this was Marco from Emerald Sky. Please leave us a like and a comment below. We will answer anything that you'd like as a question, anything, doesn't matter what you want to know about it. We will try to give you the best answer possible. And I'll see you next time for the next video. Thank you.